Σε γνωρίζω από την κόψη του σπαθιού την τρομερή. Σε γνωρίζω από την όψη που με διαμετράει τη γη. Απ' τα κόκαλα βγαλμένη των Ελλήνων τα ιερά και σαν πρώτα αντριωμένη χαίρο χαίρε ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα αντριωμένη χαίρο χαίρε ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδριωμένη χαίρο χαίρε ελευθεριά.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing. Please remain standing. I must admit that was Yankee Stadium grade, wasn't it? That was outstanding. Phenomenal. We're very blessed today to have with us leaders from our church. I certainly would like to first recognize the new chancellor for the Metropolis of New Jersey, who is here today, Father Gregory Gilbert. Father, thank you for being with us today. And I would like to ask my priest from St. George to please come and join us. He was kind enough to be here on behalf of His Eminence today, who unfortunately could not be with us this evening, but he was here today to do the opening prayer for the expo. We would like to ask him to please come up and do the prayer as well. And I will tell you, having had the opportunity to be at his side during many events at St. George, I can tell you there isn't a priest amongst us in our churches that works as hard as Father Nectarios for St. George. He's tireless, and we're so blessed that we have you in our church, Father. Please. Love you.
All together, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever to the age of ages. Amen. Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison. Χριστέ ο Θεός, ευλόγησον την πρόσιν και πόσιν των δούλων σου, ότι Άγιος η πάντοτε νυν και αεί και σον. Στον όνομα Christ our God, bless this food and drink of these your servants, for your holy, now and ever, and to the ages of ages. Amen. Καλή όρεξη.
I'm going to say that you can be seated, but if I can have your quiet attention when you do that, we have two key speakers that I would love for you to hear their important words. Our first speaker is a wonderful woman who I had the pleasure of meeting a number of months ago as she began her new responsibilities as the Consul General of Greece. I will tell you in the short period of time that I have gotten to know her, I have been enormously impressed with her dedication, her hard work, her participation, her cooperation. I have seen her at numerous events with enthusiasm and excitement to talk about Hellenism, to talk about Greece, to talk about the United States and the cooperation that's necessary. We're enormously blessed to have her here today. Please give a very warm welcome and your quiet attention to the Consul General of Greece, Iphigenia Kanara. Consul General.
Καλησπέρα. Θα μου επιτρέψετε δύο κουβέντες στα ελληνικά. Αρχικά θα ήθελα να σας ευχαριστήσω για την πρόσκληση. Είναι η πρώτη φορά που συμμετέχω σε μια έκθεση εδώ στη Νέα ERSA. Θα ήθελα από καρδιάς να εκφράσω συγχαρητήρια στους διοργανωτές και ιδιαίτερη αναφορά, νομίζω οφείλουμε όλοι στον κύριο Κοτρότσιο, για την αδιάλειπτη προσπάθειά του όλα αυτά τα 34 συναπτά χρόνια, δεν είναι ξέρετε λίγα. Η συνέπεια είναι πολύ σημαντική σε κάθε προσπάθεια και ο κύριος Κοτρότσιος έχει αποδείξει ότι η προσπάθειά του είναι συνεπής και γι' αυτό στέφτεται πάντα και με επιτυχία. Συνεπώς, στον κύριο Κοτρότσιο και στην ομάδα του, διότι υπάρχει μια ομάδα που στηρίζει αυτό το εγχείρημα, θερμά συγχαρητήρια. Έχετε καταφέρει να μετατρέψετε την έκθεση αυτή σε μια πλατφόρμα, αν θέλετε, ανταλλαγής επιχειρηματικών, πολιτιστικών, οικονομικών επαφών μεταξύ της Ελλάδος και των ΗΠΑ, αλλά και της ελληνικής διασποράς στο εξωτερικό. Και αυτό είναι πολύ σημαντικό, γι' αυτό είμαστε ευγνώμονες. You have succeeded in creating a bridge, actually, and this is what I was saying in Greek. A bridge which allows ideas, to travel between Greece and the United States and the diaspora. Partnerships are forged and new opportunities emerge. And this year's gathering, I think it's another celebration of excellence, innovation, and community. And today we're here to honor, and this is another reason that we are all here today. We honor those whose work reflects actually the dynamic spirit of Hellenism, and that is creative, resilient, and future-oriented. So I would like to offer my sincere and warm congratulations to the honorees of today's event, and to all those who participated with your presence make this event a success. We at the Consulate General of Greece in New York and the Trade Office, we remain committed to supporting initiatives that foster economic cooperation and actually strengthen the ties of friendship and common heritage between Greece and the United States. So, my best wishes for continued success. Καλή επιτυχία και να είστε καλά. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Thank you so much, Consul General. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like again your attention for just a moment as I bring up our last speaker before we begin our awards, and certainly someone who we all know and to whom we owe a deep credit of gratitude for what he has been able to accomplish in creating this wonderful exposition. This was a vision of Paul Kotrotsios back in 1992. He had an idea to create an opportunity for us to be able to collaborate and work together. I couldn't help but think as I was coming up to speak tonight about him, when I was growing up, and most of you are all in the same age category, you remember the 3 R's we were always taught, right? Reading, writing, and arithmetic. Well, Paul never learned that. Paul learned the 5 C's: commerce, communication, cooperation, cultural exchange, and collaboration. Those are the hallmarks of what he has worked under pretty much all of his life. His ideas are visionary, but not just whimsical. He actually puts them into effect. This was a plan, an idea he had in 1992, and look what it is today. And I believe in my heart, knowing this man, as many of you do, that the reason that this is a success is because he doesn't do it for himself. He does it for all of us. And he believes in that. The importance of this event is the fact that we all benefit from it. And that's what makes it so very special. He really works hard to make sure that we network and collaborate and share ideas. He works hard to bring people from Greece here who we would never have touch with if it wasn't for him. That's his effort, that's his legacy, and that's his commitment to this community. And we all benefit from that. He has certainly gotten the great support of his family over these years, and as I see the little ones growing up, Paul, I remember when they were first in carriages and now they stand beside you, and the years have gone by. And someday they will be carrying on, I'm sure, just as your daughters are, Aphrodite, and everyone involved in the family is a participant in this. This is a Katrotsios family event, but the family includes all of us. Please give a warm round of applause to the man who made this happen, Paul Katrotsios.
Thank you. Good evening, dear friends, distinguished guests, honorees, sponsors, and members of our cherished community. Tonight is a night of deep gratitude, reflection, and pride. As we gather here for the 34th Annual Hermes Expo Awards dinner, I'm overwhelmed with appreciation for each one of you. Your presence here is more than a gesture. It's a testament of belief in our shared mission and in the power of community. When I launched the Hermes Expo 34 years ago, it was born from a deep belief that our Greek-American community needed a platform to grow, connect, and be seen. A space where business, culture, and heritage would come together to spark opportunity, preserve identity, and strengthen our bonds across generations and between America and Greece. It was not just about promoting trade. It was about building a movement rooted in our values of our resilience and our responsibility to uplift one another. That vision has guided every step of this journey, and it continues to guide us today. Over the years, we have seen Hermes Expo evolve, welcoming leaders, entrepreneurs, educators, artists, and visionaries from all walks of life. It has become a trusted forum for connection, collaboration, and celebration, and a vehicle for sharing the future of Hellenism in America. This year, we reached a new milestone: the signing of a memorandum of cooperation with Hellexpo Thessaloniki, the largest and the most respected exhibition organization in Southeastern Europe. This partnership opens a vital new chapter, one that will expand trade, elevate innovation, and deepen the ties between the United States and Greece. It also sets the stage for our 13th Hermes Expo trade mission to Greece, taking place September 6th to 18th, 2025. But no vision, no matter how bold, can succeed alone. Tonight, I want to thank the people who helped make the Hermes Expo what it is. To our sponsors, your support makes our mission possible. Thank you for believing in the power of this platform. Thank you to Grecian Delight, Kronos Foods, Greece Green Crown Energy, Sigma Farm Laboratories, the Hellenic Republic region of Thessaly, Provident Bank, Hackensack Meridian Health, Thunderbird, Kliman Day Lifts, Ambrosi Fruits, Businessy, EMCA, Hank, American Network Solution, Pegasus Wealth Management, StoneTech Fabrication, Eurofood Quality, Omega Industries, and Shermack Markets. To our thought leaders, panelists, and speakers, thank you for lending your voices and ideas. Your expertise inspires new perspectives and possibilities. To the incredible staff of the Grand Marquis, thank you for the warmth, hospitality, and professionalism. You have welcomed us like family, and we're truly grateful. To my right-hand daughter, Aphrodite Kotrotsios Silomelekis, thank you for your leadership, passion, and commitment. You carry the legacy with strength and vision, and I could not be prouder of what you are building. And finally, to our remarkable 2025 honorees, tonight we celebrate your contributions, your impact, and your heart. Each one of you represents the spirit of the Hermes Expo, leadership, excellence, and the dedication of uplifting others. You remind us of what it means to lead with purpose and to serve with pride. Thank you for your courage, your leadership, and your tireless efforts. You are an inspiration to all of us. As we look ahead, let us continue to build on what we have started. Let us keep opening doors for one another, passing down our traditions, and creating opportunity, not just for today, but for the generations to come. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this journey. May the legacy of Hellenism always guide us, unite us, and move us forward together. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Congratulations to all, and enjoy this evening. It would be a remiss if I do not recognize the President of the Supreme President of AHEPA, Mr. Savas Tsirikos, the President of KAN, Mr. Makarakis, the Presidents of New Jersey and New York Federations, the Presidents of Communities and Associations, and our colleagues in the media, the backbone of this community, Cosmos FM, Hellenic Estiator, and all of you guys, thank you so much for being here with us today. Enjoy the evening.
How about a warm round of applause for a wonderful man? You could see his passion. Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you for what you've done today and do each year for us. We're going to begin right away with our awards. I would love for your attention as we do that. I'm going to be calling the individuals up, and as they come up, I'll take a moment to briefly introduce them. And again, they certainly deserve your attention. They're very special people to all of us. I'd like to invite up Charles Kapitanakis. Charles is getting the Padilla Award. He is chairman of the Hellenic Classical Charter Schools. He is a partner of Davidoff, Hutcher, and Citron Law Firm, and he's also vice chair of the Brooklyn Board for the Boy Scouts. Congratulations, Charles.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we combine the Hellenic Youth and the Hermes Expo, so we know the landscape. Mr. Kapitanakis' teacher was Stella Kokolis. And I'm going to call her up to the podium to help me offer this award to Mr. Charlie Kapetanakis. By the way, Mr. Kapetanakis is the one who supports the charter schools in the state of New York. There is a reason that everybody and everyone tonight and every year is honored here at the Hermes Expo because of their contribution to the society. Thank you, Mr. Kapetanakis. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Σεβαστοί πατέρες, γενικοί μας πρόξενε της Νέας Υόρκης, Honorable κυρία Ιφηγένεια Καναρά, αγαπητοί συνδετημόνες, φίλοι του Hermes Expo, πραγματικά δύο οργανισμοί έχουν κάνει ένα όνειρο στην Ομογένεια. Είναι ο Πολ Κοντρότσιος, ο Παύλος Κοντρότσιος και η Αφροδίτη και το Chambers of Commerce που έχουν ενώσει σχεδόν όλη την Ομογένεια, τουλάχιστον στην ανατολική πλευρά. Αγαπητοί μου, ο Παύλος Κοντρότσιος, ο καλός πατέρας, ο καλός οικογενειάρχης, ο καλός επιχειρηματίας, ο άξιος Έλληνας ηγέτης της Ομογένειας, θέλει πραγματικά να σηκωθούμε όρθιοι, να τον επενέσουμε, να τον χαιρετήσουμε και να του ευχηθούμε να συνεχίσει στα 50 χρόνια. Σήμερα τιμά έναν εκπαιδευτικό, έναν επιστήμονα, έναν δικηγόρο της Ομογένειας που οι γονείς του έδωσαν άριστη αγωγή σαν παιδί και που σήμερα διαπρέπει στην ελληνική κοινότητα Ομογένεια αλλά και όλης της Αμερικής. Είναι ένα άξιο τέκνο του απόθυμου ελληνισμού της διασποράς που πρέπει να τον τιμά η Ελλάδα όπως και πολλούς άλλους σαν αυτόν. Και θέλω ένα surprise να σας παρουσιάσω για να σας δείξει την αγωγή που πήρε από τα σχολεία μας ο Τσάρλς Καπετανάκης για να γίνει αυτός που είναι σήμερα. Είναι η δασκάλα, η κυρία Φιλιώτη, που θα σας πει που τον είχε στην τάξη της, στην κοίμηση της Θεοτόκου για 60 ολόκληρα χρόνια. Και να παρακαλέσω να έρθει η σύζυγος, η πρόεδρος μαζί με τους υπόλοιπους ηγέτες των Charter School, η Τίνα Καπετανάκη να έρθει μαζί μας, επίσης η Μαρία Φουτούλη, που είναι δασκάλα για χρόνια, η Τίνα, η Superintendent του σχολείου του Magnet School, του Brooklyn Hellenic Charter School. Κυρία Φιλιώτη.
Συγχαίρομαι καταρχάς το μεγάλο εκκλησιακό αυτό οργανισμό, το Hermes Expo, που κάθε χρόνο μας φέρνει εδώ όλους μαζί τους Έλληνες και Φιλέλληνες. Σήμερα τιμάται ένας σπουδαίος Έλληνας, ένας σπουδαίος διαπρεπής δικηγόρος, ο κύριος Καπετανάκης. Έχω τη χαρά να είμαι η δασκάλα του στο σχολείο της Κίνης Θεοτόκου. Ήταν ένας άριστος μαθητής, όμορφος, κύριος και οι γονείς του πήρε όλες τις αρχές και τις αξίες της ελληνικής μας κληρονομιάς. Ήταν ο κύριος Καπετανάκης, προσέφερε πάρα πολλά στην κοινότητα της Κίνης Θεοτόκου και η σημαντική συμφωνή του ήταν που ίδρυσε 2 σχολεία στο Brooklyn Charter School και εκεί διδάσκονται τα ελληνόπουλα και τα παιδιά όλης της περιοχής, την ελληνική γλώσσα και τον ελληνικό πολιτισμό μας.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Σε όλους τους τιμόμενους, συγχαρητήρια.
Thank you. Ευχαριστούμε.
I'm a Spartan. I'm going to be laconic. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Paul. Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may. Okay, great. This next group that I want to recognize is, I believe I can say this with everyone's agreement, truly the heart and soul as a working organization. And I say working because of the hard work that they do. I know for a fact what they do. My father was partners with the founder of this great organization. The individuals that are part of this organization truly work and sweat each and every day in their businesses to raise their families as Greeks and Greek Americans, and they're committed to be Hellenes. And they created an organization where the funds that they raise, they give back to our community. It's important, ladies and gentlemen, just if I can have your attention for a moment. There are a lot of organizations in this room today, and I would venture to say if I went to each and every one of them, they would all say that this organization is the one that they go to first for support, because their arms are always open, their support is always there. We're so blessed that we have this organization based here in New Jersey with the far reach that it has beyond our borders. So it is particularly special tonight to recognize individuals who are committed not only to the organizations, but to the church as well. The Philotimo Award goes to the Pan-Gregorian. I want to recognize Mike Zavolas, Alex Theodosio, who could not be here tonight, but I'd like to ask Mike Zavolas to please come up to receive the award. We also have with us Savastivikos as well. A round of applause for Pan-Gregorian for all that they do and the support that they give to each and every one of us in our organizations, please. Hi, Sala. How are you, man?
Θέλεις να πεις δυο λόγια τώρα?
Εκ μέρους του Pan-Gregorian θα θέλουμε να ευχαριστήσουμε τον αγαπητό φίλο Πολ Κοντρότσιο για όσα έχει κάνει, αλλά και το PGI Charitable Foundation από το 1987 έχει δώσει εκατομμύρια δολάρια και βοηθάει πάντοτε τις ομογενειακές οργανώσεις. Αυτός είναι ο σκοπός μας. Ευχαριστούμε για την αναγνώριση. Είμαστε όλοι εδώ παρόντες για να δώσουμε και σε σένα τα συγχαρητήρια. Έχουμε και μαζί μας τον πρόεδρο που δεν καταδέχεται να έρθει απάνω, ο Μάικος Ζαβόλας. Σίγουρα Μάικ Ζαβόλα, πάνω να σε δούμε ρε παιδί. Ευχαριστούμε.
Thank you again. Our next awardee is Irina Kapitanakis. Irina, if you can join us. She is an entrepreneur and trailblazer in fitness industry. She's a franchise owner of Rumble Boxing. Her portfolio now includes several of the highest grossing fitness centers in the world. And she's a wonderful, strong role model for women entrepreneurs. Congratulations.
I'm going to say a few things in Greek and a few things in English. Θα ήθελα να σας ευχαριστήσω όλους, ειδικά την Επιτροπή εδώ του Hermes Expo και του Hellenic News of America, του κ. Κοντρότσιο και την Αφροδίτη ειδικά, για την τιμή και για την αναγνώριση. Θα ήθελα επίσης να ευχαριστήσω την οικογένειά μου, το γιο μου τον Λουκά και όλοι οι αγαπημένοι μου ανθρώποι που ήρθαν εδώ πέρα να είναι δίπλα μου και θα ήθελα να σας ευχαριστήσω όλους εσάς που βασικά με την παρουσία σας στηρίζετε τον ελληνισμό, την επιχείρηση και όλους εμάς. Thank you to everybody, especially to the group from the Ermis Expo, Mr. Kotrotsios and Aphrodite, for this honor and recognition. I'm beyond thrilled to be here with everybody. I'd also like to thank, more so than anyone, my family and my son, Lucio, and my friends who are here with me to support me. I absolutely love and adore you. So thank you for supporting me in everything I do. But most importantly, thank you to everybody here who continues to support Greek business owners, Greek commerce, and our community, because that is really what continues to make us stronger and what continues to make us even more powerful in this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Irina. Irina is a businesswoman from Boston, and she does business in New Jersey and New York. Thank you very much. No relations to Charles Kapetanakis, although they share the same last name. One is with a K, the other one is with a C. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, her son Lucas came up to me and he said, "Είστε ο κύριος που κάνετε το Hermes Expo?" Και του λέω, "Ναι, αγόρι μου, εσύ ποιος είσαι?" Εγώ λέω, θέλω να σε γνωρίσω στη μητέρα μου, η οποία τιμάται απόψε. Και συγχαρητήρια στην Αιρίνα που έφερε όλη την οικογένειά της και το Λουκά απόψε εδώ. Σας ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ. Να είστε πάντα καλά. Για αυτούς χτίζουμε το μέλλον, για τα παιδιά μας.
Our next awardee, a round of applause for the Athena Award, which will go to Justine Frangouli Ayiris. She is an acclaimed author and journalist, a columnist of the HuffPost in Greece, and a reporter for the Hellenic DNA. She has authored 18 books, all of which are rooted in real-life stories. She is president of Likum of Greek Women in Montreal, and also a board member of the Hellenic Congress in Quebec. Congratulations.
Αγαπητοί πατέρες, αξιότιμη κυρία Γενική Πρόξενε, με μεγάλη περηφάνεια αποδέχομαι σήμερα το βραβείο της Αθηνάς, ένα βραβείο που συνδέει την ύπαρξή μου με την αρχαία θεά της Σοφίας. Ευχαριστώ τον ιδρυτή της έκθεσης Παύλο Κοτρότσιο, καθώς και την άξια συνεχίστρια της μεγάλης του προσφοράς στην ελληνική ομογένεια της Βόρειας Αμερικής, την κόρη του Αφροδίτη Κοτρότσιου, για τη μεγάλη τιμή που μου περιποίησαν να με επιλέξουν για αυτό το ξεχωριστό βραβείο. Σε μια εποχή που μένονται οι πόλεμοι απανταχού της γης, σε καιρούς αβέβαιων προοπτικών, ο Παύλος και η Αφροδίτη συνεχίζουν το εθνικό τους έργο, την έκθεση Hermes Expo και τη δικτύωση των Ελλήνων επιχειρηματιών ένθεν κακήθεν του Ατλαντικού για την προώθηση των προϊόντων και υπηρεσιών στη ΣΥΠΑ. Θα ήθελα να αφιερώσω αυτό το βραβείο στο σύζυγό μου Θεόδωρο Αργύρη, για τη στήριξη που μου προσφέρει τα 45 χρόνια της συνύπαρξής μας, στο γιο μου Αλέξανδρο, σήκω Αλέξανδρε, στην ύφη μου Λέξια, για την άπλετη αγάπη τους και τέλος στο μικρό μου εγγονό Θεόδωρο με την ευχή να γίνει ένας υπερήφανος Έλληνας της Αμερικής και του Καναδά και να λάμπει μέσα στο φως του ελληνικού του γένους. Σας ευχαριστώ.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, if I went around the room and asked everyone who's part of a church to identify a person in their church who they feel is the most important to the success of the operations of their church, I'm sure you would all easily come up with who that person is in your various parishes. Well, we have one at St. George in Piscataway. George Athanasopoulos, who's going to receive the Philotimo Award tonight, is that individual. As president, festival chairman, he works tirelessly for the church each and every day. He's an entrepreneur with his own success of ownership of various restaurants, including George's train station and also the Trackside Bar and Grill. He's an Aheppan, a member of the Elks, the Lions Club. But I can tell you personally, as a member of St. George, he is the heart and soul of what happens there every single minute of the day. The man works tirelessly. He's exhausted during festival, before and after. He's the first one in the door and the last one to go home, a sign of a true dedicated servant. And I'm sure each and every one of you could identify someone like that in your own parish. Congratulations, George.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we chose the committee, the Hermes Expo committee, when the Hermes Expo committee brought up the name of George Athanasopoulos, he said, and we communicated with him, he said, it's not going to be all about me. It's going to be about my entire board of directors and Father Nectarios, the leader of our church. And I want to thank him for that, recognizing his team. That's a true leader. Thank you, Mr. Athanasopoulos. Congratulations.
I'd like to say two things.
Of course.
Of course. You hold it.
The money man.
The money man. I would like to say a few things. Εκ μέρους της κοινότητας του Αγίου Γεωργίου του Piscataway, θέλω να ευχαριστήσω τον αγαπητό μου φίλο Παύλο Κοτρότσο και το Hermes Expo για την τιμητική διάκριση της κοινότητάς μας, τους συνεργάτες μου, το Συμβούλιο, Φάδε Νεκτάριο, Φιλόπτωχο και όλους τους οργανισμούς που είναι στην κοινότητά μας. Θέλω να σας ευχαριστήσω όλους. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Από τα λόγια του και μόνο μπορούμε να καταλάβουμε ότι έτσι πρέπει να είναι ένας true leader, γιατί όχι μόνο he leads the way at St. George Piscataway, the community that thrives. For many, many, many years, they celebrated 106 years. Thank you.
Another outstanding organization that we also depend upon and has national and international reach is the AHEPA. Our AHEPAN of the Year award goes to Dimitri Giannis. Dimitri, are you with us? Beautiful. 35 years of successful work with Bristol-Myers Squibb, with Colgate-Palmolive in supply chain. He also has his degree from the Stevens Institute. He's had leadership roles in St. George Ocean and Kimesis Theotokou in Homedale. And he's also the current president of the Ocean AHEPA chapter. Congratulations and thank you so much, and a round of applause for what the wonderful work is that the AHEPA does, and we're so happy to have our Supreme President with us today. A round of applause for AHEPA, please.
αν και τελείωσα το γυμνάσιο στην Ελλάδα, στο γυμνάσιο Σπάρτης, θα μιλήσω στα αγγλικά. Καθότι αυτή είναι η δεύτερη πατρίδα μας. Θέλω απ' όλα να ευχαριστήσω αυτόν που αποκαλώ θηρίο Παύλο, την πολύτροπη θυγατέρα Αφροδίτη, που είναι φανταστική. Πώς τα κατορθώνει αυτά μου είναι κάτι το απίστευτο. At the same time, I would like to thank AHEPA, my chapter, and also my church, my second home, which is led by Father Andrew, and the great community that we have. Thank you for the great honor. I love you all, and God bless you.
As an old-timer θα πρέπει να πω και κάτι άλλο. Όταν πηγαίνω σε εκκλησίες και μερικά άτομα που πράγματι είναι στο board καλωσορίζουν τους καινούριους ή τους άγνωστους ανθρώπους που επισκέπτονται την εκκλησία, είναι πάρα πολύ καλό. Ένας από αυτούς είναι ο κύριος Δημήτρης Γιαννέας. Κάθε φορά που πήγαινα στην εκκλησία του, ερχόταν και με χαιρετούσε και μου έδειχνε το δρόμο και μου έλεγε όλα τα νέα. Σε ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ, κύριε Δημήτρη, για όλη την προσφορά σου και στην ΑΧΕΠΑ και στην κοινότητα.
We're going to keep within the spirit of AHEPA and award another AHEPAN of the Year award to Michael Papafotis. Michael is a IT executive with 30 years of experience. He's the current chapter president for AHEPA Delphi, chapter 25. Congratulations. He's a past district governor for the Empire State District 6. He's also has degrees in computers and telecommunications from Pace University, an extremely dedicated servant to AHEPA and to the Greek community. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you very much.
I would like to call upon Brother Savatsivikos, the Supreme President of AHEPA, to come forward. And I want to thank the entire chapter of AHEPA 25, Paul Pavlakos, President, and everybody here. Okay, Mr. Kligos, thank you so much for being here for Mr. Papafotis. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Paul and Aphrodite and the Katroxios family for all they've done today and for every year that they put on this wonderful exhibit here. It's an honor and privilege to accept this award for an organization for 103 years has been a pillar of Hellenism in our communities, and I could not be more prouder of being here with our Supreme President, our brothers from Districts 5 and 6, and most importantly, my chapter brothers. For 102 years, Delphi has been going strong. Hopefully we'll go for another 102 years. Axios brothers, thank you very much.
Axios!
Thank you. Thank you. That's how they do it in New York, so.
Good job, man. Congratulations again, Michael. Our next awardee is going to be receiving the Philotimo Award. He's a young man who I've known for many years who is a hard worker. He is a hard-working individual, enormously dedicated to more than one church with his work at St. Demetrius in Union and Kimisis Theotokou in Homedale, festival committees, board organizations, Goya, team sports. He seems to be the go-to person at both churches when something needs to be done. He is the future of what our parishes need. Young people who are involved, who are committed to see the success of our parishes and continue to grow. He's a proud Aheben. We're very pleased to have him here tonight and present to him as a parish council leader and festival chair the Philotimo Award to Luke Lukopoulos. Luke is also the Vice President and CFO of Raceway Petroleum. He's very involved again in all aspects of Hellenism. Congratulations, Luke.
Ladies and gentlemen, ο κύριος Λουκόπουλος όταν ήταν στον Άγιο Δημήτριο του Union, χωρίς να τον ξέρω, οργάνωνε bus loads με τους parishioners και τους έφερνε στο Atlantic City. Φτάσαμε κάποια εποχή να έχουμε over 125 bus loads coming to Atlantic City to the Hermes Expo. One of them was Mr. Lukopoulos, Mr. Athanasopoulos, and many others in this room. Eleni, and many others in this room. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul and Aphrodite. I'm very humbled to receive this award. I'd like to thank Paul and Aphrodite for this recognition. Their efforts continue to build strong ties to the Greek American business community and to preserving our Greek heritage. Something about philotimo, which it's an interesting word, but it's deeply rooted in the Greek culture. It's a way of life that emphasizes doing what's right and honorable. And if you embrace it, it's possible to make positive differences in communities and beyond. For myself, it's about helping the church. It's about helping as a parish council member or as being part of the festival committee. It's about helping with the AHEPA and all its philanthropic work. While I can only speak for myself, we can all find some time out of our busy schedule to make a difference in any organization you belong to. And I think Philotimo is a big part of that. I want a special thanks to my wife and family. Without their support and understanding, everything I try to accomplish will be very difficult to manage. Thank you, Christy. I also want to thank all my friends, especially those who are here tonight to show support. I feel we all share the same view of trying to help our community and our various causes in any way possible, an undeniable teamwork. Thank you, everyone from the AHEPA Chapter 517 and from Kemesis Church. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Another round of applause for Luke. Congratulations, Luke. Our next awardee is the Sons of Pericles Centennial Leadership Award. Unfortunately, the awardee could not be with us tonight, Alec Gonomakis, but I want to tell you about him. Alec is the current Supreme President of the Sons of Pericles. He's an active member of St. Sophia Cathedral in Washington, D.C., which I just visited a few weeks ago. He is a youth basketball coach and a graduate of Florida State University and enormously involved. We're very pleased today to have someone come up and accept this award on his behalf. It's my pleasure to introduce George Koriatis Jr., who will accept the award for Alec. A round of applause, please. Thank you.
My friends, it's a great honor and privilege to introduce to you the present and the future, not only of AHEPA, but of our community. George, it's all yours.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to first thank the Grand Marquis for again hosting such a beautiful event. Unfortunately, our Supreme President, Ali Kikonomakis, could not be here, but he sends his wishes, and he wants me to leave you guys with one ask. If you have anyone in your family who is of Sons of Pericles age 16 to 28, please encourage them to join our organization, because this upcoming year we are reaching a huge milestone. It is our centennial celebration this upcoming February, and we're going to be hosting the celebration in Manchester, New Hampshire. This is where the Sons of Pericles was founded, and we would like for all of your support, and we would love to see many of you there. Thank you very much.
We did before. I would just like to mention two last items. We have two awardees who could not be with us tonight, but they're certainly worthy of mention. I'd like to mention Dr. George Tsoulias, who is a clinical professor at Mount Sinai and Rutgers Medical, and unfortunately could not be with us tonight. He is receiving the Hippocratic Award. Congratulations to him. And of course, one of our major awardees tonight was the ambassador, George Tsounis. Mr. Tsounis was asked by Prime Minister Mitsotakis, he was summoned to Greece to have some important discussions relating to the environment and recycling, so he could not be with us tonight. He did want me to convey on his behalf his sincere and deep appreciation to the Hermes Expo and to everyone involved who made this award possible, and he's certainly committed to continue to work on behalf of Hellenism and all the great work that he does. We are pleased
Just came in.
That's why we're quick on our feet. So Dr. Tsoulias heard us outside and decided to come in and receive his award. I'm just kidding, we didn't know that he actually arrived. We're very pleased that we have with us tonight Dr. George Tsoulias, who is an MD. He received his medical degree, I should say, from the University of Athens. He's the past president of the Hellenic Medical Society of New York, and he has focused on projects supporting Greek language and culture. We're extremely pleased that he could be with us this evening. I'm sorry for the miscommunication that we thought he wasn't able to be here, but we're glad that he is. Doctor, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. I'm very happy and honored and humbled to receive this award by a prestigious organization like Hermes Expo, which Paul Kotrotsios has been leading the way for the last 34 years. And Aphrodite, his daughter, very gifted, very talented, is helping out the last couple of years. This is an extremely important organization and an event to bring together all of us who have common values and reinvigorate the Greek entrepreneurship, language, culture, and identity. I wish medicine had progressed enough so we could clone people like Paul and Aphrodite, because we need a lot of them to keep going. Thanks so much.
At this point, I would like to share a personal note for Dr. Tsoulias. We know him for the last 20 years, that he is one of the finest doctors in the Hellenic American community that we can offer. When we had an issue, Dr. Tsoulias stayed on the phone countless hours and countless days. And we thank him for that. These are the people that we promote in our community, and these are the people that we should have on our heads. Thank you, Dr. Tsoulias, for being here with us tonight.
Apropos of the award just received by the doctor, and as one who's involved in public safety, working with the State Police Training Commission, I see many faces in the audience who were involved in a first responder capacity as doctors, nurses, EMTs, police officers, firefighters, We as Greek Americans are committed to serving our communities, and I would like for a round of applause, please, for all of those first responders who put their lives on the line for us each and every day, who support us through the healthcare systems, provide us the necessary care that we need in crisis and in all difficult times. Ladies and gentlemen, we have completed the awards. I'm sure you're glad to hear, and now it's time to have some fun, begin the party, start to dance, enjoy, have some drinks, and create new friendships. We thank you all for coming tonight, and thank all the awardees.
A big round of applause for the Honorable James Poulos, a great MC. Thank you, James. Thank you so much. He is the only one politician that he did not knock on my door to have a fundraiser for him when he needed it. But what I'm going to say tonight is the following, and I'm going to close with that. What is he waiting? We need a new governor in the state of New Jersey. Why not? James Poulos. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the evening. The orchestra is going to play the music. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for being here today. To our sponsors, exhibitors, and all of you, honorees, speakers, and honored guests. Thank you. We will see you November 7th, 2026.
άλλο, σκύψε να κόψω το πόνο να δω. Σάικος, μόρκα τότα, μόρκα τότα. 40. Άιντε δεν πεινώ κι αγί 40. Άιντε θα μας πάρουμε για πάντα. Στις πικρογράφεις στον άνατο έγιρα να αποκοιμηθώ. Άιντε λίγο ύπνο για να πάρω, άιντε είδα όνειρο μεγαλό. Παντερεύω την αγάπη μου για πείσμα για γυνάτη μου. Και παίρνει τον νεκρό μου, άιντε για το πείσμα το δικό μου. Στο γάμο αντίζουμε προσκάλι και για που πάρω με καλή. Και παίρνει το νεκρό μου, άιντε για το πείσμα το δικό μου. Ο Γιάννο ψαρακιάκι νύχω, ψαρακιάκι νύχω, μα δεν μπορώ να βρω. Μα δεν μπορώ να βρω δυο μάτια π' αγαπώ, δυο μάτια π' αγαπώ, γι' αυτά θα τρελαθώ. Θα τα ρίξω τα λεφτά μου, θα τα ρίξω στα βιολιά. Δεν απόψε να γλεντήσω, παίξτε όμορφα κι απλά. Παίξε όμορφα Χριστάκι, η μυρωδικά παλιά, για να λιαμώ για τον πόνο που έχω μέσα στην καρδιά. Έλα απόψε να γλεντήσω, παίξτε όμορφα δασκάλη Γιάννη, υπηρονίκα παλιά, Γιάννο, για τον πόνο που έχω μέσα στην καρδιά. Με κοιτάς και παραπατώ, μου μιλάς και λιποτιμώ. Άιντε τα μαντάκια σου, μανάβουνε ποντεγιές. Άιντε τα χυλάκια σου, μανάβουνε πυρκαγιές. Άιντε με κοιτάς και παραπατώ, μου μιλάς και λιποτιμώ. Άιντε ζήλεψα τα ματάκια σου, καήκα στα χυλάκια σου. Ζήλεψα τα ματάκια σου, καήκα στα χυλάκια σου. Άιντε τα ματάκια σου, ανάκουνε πονταγιές. Άιντε τα χυλάκια σου, ανάκουν πυρκαγιές. Άιντε με κοιτάς και παραπατώ, μου μιλάς και λιποτιμώ. Στην χαρούμενη με γέλια, ήμασταν παιδιά τα δυο. Όταν με έναν λίγο κοιτάγμα σου, έβαλε σε πειρασμό. Άιντε και τρία τα φιλιά, μου βάλες κακό μέσα στην καρδιά. Άιντε και τρία τα φιλιά, μου βάλες καημό μέσα στην καρδιά. Τώρα μες στο 30 φίλια μου, πες μου τι θα κάνουμε. Μοιραζόμαστε ούτε δυο στα μάτια, όπου τη μάθαμε. Άιντε και 30 φιλιά, μου βάλες καημό μέσα στην καρδιά. Άιντε και 30 φιλιά, μου βάλες καημό μέσα στην καρδιά. Και τα μωρόματα. στο γυαλό με τον γαλάρι να τα πέσαμε μακάρι. Λαγιάζω για να κοιμηθώ κι ο ύπνος δεν με παίρνει. Η πουλιά κι ο αυγερινός μαζί σου για να πέσει. Στο γυαλό με τον γαλάρι μας επήραμε χαμπάρι. Ποιος μωρό μου ποιος θέλω να ξέρω ποιος έχει φιλημένη και στα κοιλίδα δωμένη και στα κοιλίδα δωμένη ποιος έχει φιλημένη. Ποιος, θέλω να ξέρω ποιος. Ποιος μωρό μου ποιος, θέλω να ξέρω ποιος. Ποιος έφυγε μες σε γιάννη, μες στις πάρω το λιμάνι, μες στις πάρω το λιμάνι. Ποιος έφυγε μες σε γιάννη, ποιος, θέλω να ξέρω ποιος. Ένα καράβι από νύχιο με τις βαρκούλες του τις δυο. Ένα καράβι από νύχιο με τις βαρκούλες του τις δυο. Στη Σάμο πήγε κι άλλαξε και κάτσε και λογαριάσε. Όσο πουλιέται το πύλι στη Δύση στην Ανατολή, όσο πουλιέται το πύλι στη Δύση στην Ανατολή, της παντρεμένης 4, της κύρας 14. Δυο παιδιά, 5-6 λεβεντιές απόψε το κρατάνε με διπλωμένιες. Τα νησιώτικα παιδιά έχουν άλλα μαγάρια, έχουν άλλα μαγαρδιά. Τα νησιώτικα παιδιά έχουν άλλα μαγάρια. Όταν μες στην καρδιά τους δεν βάζουνε καημό, περνάνε τη ζωή τους, δεν κλέβει και γιοτό. Τα νησιώτικα παιδιά έχουν άλλα μαγαρδιά, έχουν άλλα μαγαρδιά. Τα νησιώτικα παιδιά έχουν άλλα μαγαρδιά, έχουν άλλα μαγαρδιά. μέσα παλικάρια απ' το γυαλό, απ' το γυαλό. Έχει μέσα παλικάρια που βουτάνε για σφουγγαριά, λούσες και μαργαριτάρια, όλο γυαλό, γυαλό. Μπήκανε καημοί, με πληγώσανε δίχως αφορμή. Στην καρδούλα μου μπήκανε καημοί, με πληγώσανε δίχως αφορμή. Τι τους έκανα εγώ και με κάνουνε και πονώ, μια καρδούλα αγαπώ, δεν τους έκανα κακό. Τι τους έκανα εγώ και με κάνουνε και πονώ, μια καρδούλα αγαπώ, δεν τους έκανα κακό. Στην καρδούλα μου έμασταξανε, για σου πω τι τους έκανα και με κάψανε. Στην καρδούλα μου έμασταξανε, τι τους έκανα εγώ και με κάνουνε και πονώ, μια καρδούλα αγαπώ, δεν τους έκανα κακό. Τι τους έκανα εγώ και με κάνουνε και πονώ, μια καρδούλα αγαπώ, δεν τους έκανα κακό. Είχες πάλι στο λαιμό, τι συμβαίνει πονηρό και μου το κρατάς κρυφό. Είσαι τσίπησε δένας, βάζω στοιχημάτες, είναι απόφοινη αυτό το σημάδι στο λαιμό. σε γουστάρει. Θέλω τα δυο σου χέρια να μαξιλάρει. Εσένα γύρω απόψε στην αγκαλιά σου, πέσω μου τον εγκατέμω κι όλα δικά σου. Άναψε το τσιγάρο, δώσε μου φωτιά και έχω μεγάλο τέτοι μες στην καρδιά. Έχω μεγάλο τέτοι μες στην καρδιά. Άναψε το τσιγάρο, δώσε μου φωτιά. Είναι αλήθεια, μου φαίνονται όλα απόψε σαν παραμύθια. Το κάναμε το βράδυ, πώς το φοβάμαι, γιατί θα φύγεις πάλι και μόνοι πάμε. Άναψε το τσιγάρο, δώσε μου φωτιά. Έχω μεγάλο νερτί μες στην καρδιά. Άναψε το τσιγάρο, δώσε μου φωτιά. Όλες τις νύχτες κι κατηγόρησα να πας πατάτι, να μες στο πλάι σου σε ένα κρεβάτι. Βάζεις φωτιά στο σπίτι μας και θα το κάνεις ταυτί. Μα θα της βγάλω γρήγορα τις τέλες σου σε τάξη. Πήγα σε μαγισσές, σε κατορύγρες, να δω που κάνεσαι όλες τις νύχτες. Πήγα σε μαγισσές, σε καφετζούδες, είδα που με πλέξες με μελανούδες. Είδα την κόλλησα μες στο φλιτζάνι, να λέει η μάτια μου θα με ξεκάνει. Βάζεις φωτιά στο σπίτι μας και θα το κάνεις ταυτί. Μα θα της βάλω γρήγορα τις τέλες σου σε τάξη. Πήγα σε μάγισσες, σε κατορύγρες, να δω που κάνεσαι όλες τις νύχτες. Ανέβα στο τραπέζι μου, όπλα μου γλυκιά, χόρεψε και σπάστα όλα τούτη τη βραδιά. Ανέβα στο τραπέζι μου, όπλα μου γλυκιά, χόρεψε και σπάστα όλα τούτη τη βραδιά. Άμα για βρω, άμα δεν το ζω, άμα για βρω, άμα δεν το ζω. Πάρε το τέφι, ήρθα στο κέφι, ήμουν καλά στα γούστα. Σπάς το κορμί σου, έλα κουνήσου και τυλάξε τη φούστα. Έφτανα δυο να ξημερώνω, εγώ πέλα μ' αγαπώ. Έφτανα δυο να ξημερώνω, κούκλα μου γλυκιά, χόρεψε και σπάστα όλα αυτή τη βραδιά. Ανέβα στο τραπέζι μου, κούκλα μου γλυκιά, χόρεψε και σπάστα όλα αυτή τη βραδιά. Που σου άμα δεν διαβρώ, άμα που σου άμα δεν διαβρώ και σ' αγαπάω κοίτα μπροστά σου λιώνω σαν αγιώνει. Σ' αγαπάω κοίτα μη μ' αρρωσταίνεις άμα. Σ' αγαπάω κοίτα δεν σου τα μόνη ό,τι με ζητά για μένα είσαι παπά. Έτσι που έχεις τα χαρτιά σου όλα κλειστά και τα πόδια της καρδιάς σου είναι σβηστά. Έτσι πώς να σε πιάσω μέσα μου πώς, το σφιγμό σου πώς να πιάσω, πες μου πώς, τη ζωή πώς και στα χείλη σου φωτεινιά. Είσαι τρύπος, είσαι αλήθεια, είσαι μια, δεν η ζωή μας και τα χείλη σου φωτεινιά. Είσαι τρύπος, είσαι αλήθεια, είσαι μια, σ' αγαπάω κοίτα μπροστά σου λιώνω σαν αγιώνει. Σ' αγαπάω κοίτα μη μ' αρρωσταίνεις άμα. Σ' αγαπάω κοίτα πεθαίνω ζήσω μόνη ό,τι θέλεις για μένα είσαι το πάντα και μάνα ηγες τις μαργαρίτες για μάνα δίσα να σ' αγαπώ και κλαίγε ηγες κρύβα τις νύχτες βλέπα αραπονιαρικό. Στις μαργαρίτες για να δίσα να σ' αγαπώ και κλαίγες κρυφά τις νύχτες βρέπα αραπονιαρικό. Habibi να πέσω να καώ. Πίσω να μην ξανακοιτάξω. Απόψε θέλω να αγαπιώ. Τίποτα μετά να μην θυμάμαι. Μέσα στον καπνό να παγιδευτώ. Συνέπειες να μην φοβάμαι. Αν εγώ με τσιγάρα θα σε πεινώμαι ποτέ. Τώρα που πήρα την λαχταρά στέκει να γίνουν όλα παιδιά. Αν εγώ με τσιγάρα θα σε πεινώμαι ποτέ. Τώρα που πήρα την λαχταρά στέκει να γίνουν όλα παιδιά. Απόψε θέλω να πιω. Τίποτα μετά να μην θυμάμαι. Μέσα στο καπνό να παγιδεύω. Συνέπειες να μην φοβάμαι.